Hello and welcome. Today we're looking at Battlegrid and why I think you should try it. I've been playing this game since it basically showed up on Steam. At the time it was just one background texture and the models were pretty rough. I wanted to take a look at this as well for myself today because they just did a graphics upgrade which should put the mechs to being a little prettier. Alright, real quick, as always with roguelites, or likes, we have our upgrades, usual stuff you can see there. These are some actual different weapon types, which is kind of neat, and so as you go, there's actually a little bit more than some games, but there's also a little bit less than some games. Corporate ladder has been recently added. I haven't messed with it, just it's been a little bit since I played this. Until recently again, which I probably put like 10 hours on it in the last 2 days. So I'll probably play with that a little bit, maybe later today or possibly tomorrow. What I do want to show you is a just basic run. And one of the reasons that I want to do this is also, they just did, as I mentioned, the graphical upgrade. So this is a great time to look at it and into it. So let's go. So we have 2 plans now. Started off with 1. Alright, so one of the coolest things that I think is one of the parts that I really like about this game, I have all the upgrades where you'll see a little bit of that, is you have 2 sets of synergies going on at all times. You have weapon synergies, which are these symbols up here, attached to each type of weapon, and there's synthetics, which are basically like space magic. Mech magic. We have a couple free rerolls, which we're going to use right now as much as I kind of want these two, because that would turn that guy into... Yeah, we'll do that. It turns him into a good unit, and his bonus is that he's going to get me more money. And money is good. So, we'll make a nice easy one. We will take... Okay, let's see. Let's get ourselves an SMG. We'll go for this super easy build. This is the build you can build, like, the very first time you played. No SMGs. We will take a rusty rifle, though. Alright, and we are going to take both of these gentlemen. Now, the synergies, which we will be looking at here in just a moment. This is Vampire Slayer style game. You don't really control where you're facing. Your guys are gonna shoot at the closest mob to them. Now, normally when you start out, you only have one, so you got to take kind of a little bit slow. The indicators here for the nests and everything, I actually have those unlocked. That's a part of the meta upgrades outside of the run. So in the run, you get these. You go up levels just like normal, and oh hey, nice, we got to upgrade him already. So we can actually swap those two. Ooh, wait, what do we see here? Okay, this is the guy we just salvaged. This is a hero bot, so you don't really want to run more than one, because if you look up here, if you hit 2 of them, you start losing 5 ZAR per round, and ZAR is up here, and that is what you buy everything with. So right now, we're getting +6 payment. We have 0 interest. Once you go over 10, you get, I believe, 1 interest. I think the interest starts off at like 10%-ish. Alright, all units gain 15% increased move speed and grid gains +1 grid capacity. Okay, yeah, we're definitely putting him on, but that's because he literally makes it so that we can have an extra. We now have 4. It works pretty nice when it works like that. Oh, here's our submachine guns. We're gonna take these, and we're gonna take. Boy, I'm just getting lucky with everything today. We're going to take those, and we're going to take rifles, and we can combine those. Now those, all of these things combine up to level 3, so you'll see that there's a 0, 30%, 60%. So when you get the 3 stars by doing combines, and you have 2 1-stars to combine to make 1 2-star, 2 2-stars to make 1 3-star. So you're going throughout the run to upgrade stuff like that, and each one of them has a synergy over here, and it also how many guns or items are required to get it. So for the SMG one over here, which is the one that you have to have 2, and it increases your fire rate by 75%. we'll probably end up with 4, which is 150%. 6 doesn't. 6 feels a little excessive. Plus, there's other stuff you want to get. Like I want to get some in here because instead of firing just 1 bullet at 150%, we can be firing 2 or 4. This one's a little more powerful, and as you can tell, it takes a little bit more to do, so do want to point that out. But you have the synergies up here. Like, we're going to get paid extra eventually for having this synergy once you get the line filled. Let me see here. We have 2 free over here, so we can do that, and we'll buy that. All right, I'll show you once we get one, I will show you how that works. So we're gonna go visit a nest, or we're gonna go visit that hero mech. We're gonna visit the nest first. Okay, we have a decent amount of firepower, not a lot, decent amount of firepower. So we're gonna go. Hopefully, I think I'm gonna push 1 more level before we go over and have a conversation with that nest. Nests generate like basically mini bosses. And there's a ton. I don't know if there's a cap on how many nests there are on the map, or if they start, because it seems like every time I blow one up, there's another one. Alright. Man, we are just... Alright, so he is now, as you can see, 3 stars, which means that we get 2 bonus Czar and increases our boss Czar rewards by 50%. Nice. And this guy. So, since this one's 2-star, we have to get 1 star to combine into that, and then that'll be a 3-star. That's what I meant by that part. Let's see what we got here. We may do this one right here. No, we're not doing synthetics. That's right. Alright, it really wants me to use the new stuffs. Alright, we're going to re-roll added 2 Czar cost. Hopefully we'll get... Okay, there we go. Well, not quite what we wanted, but I suppose it'll work. Well, we will hand that to somebody to hold on to for the moment, since I am just having a time trying to find enough guns for all the mechs. Later on, you're like, oh, okay, maybe I should switch. One of the things that I kind of spaced, because of the upgrade system, I didn't think you would generally be doing a lot of, like you would upgrade the guns but not switch the guns. But there are guns later that you just want to switch to, so you kind of have to do a mixture of both. If you get lucky really early, we got to kill whatever. There's the specific one. Okay, so what just dropped there is a boss drop, and we're gonna go get that. We just got to lead them off a little bit so that we can do that, and then hopefully we can still murder them. Right, you've got that, and there we go. Okay, so now we filled the line and we have this active, so we're now we now shoot 75% faster. Let's see if we got another one. No, not quite. We do have that guy, so we will just upgrade him. And we can technically afford to put another mech on the field. But we don't really have... Well, yeah, here we go. It'll be confusing. Okay. Let's... Yeah, there we go. Gotta get a little extra firepower. Alright, there's our boss drop. So, each boss drop now, it used to be really simple and it was like just a few choices, but now they've actually expanded it a lot, which is very cool. This game gets better and better. Like, I know it's kind of an inherent thing to say that it gets better with every patch, but in this case, this game will kind of seem to not do anything for a short period of time and then just make a massive leap in like how the UI looks or the models. Like the models for both the creatures and the mechs look fantastic now. I like the light and everything on them, so let's look at those instead of the menu though. Sorry. Let's see, what do we got here? We have... See, I'm always hesitant because both of those kind of... I want my Czar to be up there because I like some of these get really strong over here, you know, and over here, both of sides, when you can do percentages of yours are as balanced. But I don't think it's good early, because you just kind of have to limit yourself on one or the other. And because you have to limit yourself on one or the other, it can be really hard to actually get enough money to basically keep going. Lightning, we're not doing lightning, we're not doing that. Crowd control, that is something we will be doing. So let's say, okay, so on this side we have knockback and gravity, and on this side we have slow and stun. I like slow and stun most of the time, especially when you start getting freezes. Slow and stun just means you get, like, you basically are going to get hit less because everything else hits less, because slow or stun. You're gonna kill that red guy so it stops trying to put a spike underneath of us. Alright. Fly that right into it. Okay, now we're gonna remove that one from him, because I believe his is at level 2, so if we do that, now he's got it all the way up to level 3. And some of these early guns will have a very low DPS, and it only goes up a small amount by your star level. So later in the game, you'll sometimes be exchanging them. Oh, hey. Ooh, do we go with that one? That's tempting. That one would add crit, and that would be really good. Do I want crit, or do I want that? That's the question, because extra bullets, or bullets doing extra damage. 30%? Eh. We'll stay with our rusty rifle for the moment. Okay, we're gonna end up doing the exact same thing over here. Remove! We've actually, like... Okay. Oh, nope, now I have an accidental extra rusty rifle. That's one that mistake you don't want to make, because this is, I'm going to get rid of it later, but it is effectively, it has no real value for us. Atomic rifle, on the other hand, does, and he's got nothing, so let's give him the atomic rifle. Let's just get this out of here before I forget about it. And so I don't really like to have doubles of weapons because they only count once in your synergy. So it's not something that you'll generally want to do just simply because you want your synergies to be a little bit better. Let's do this, see if real quick. We do have space for another one, but we're not going to worry about that. Again, normally at this point you would be one less mech than I have here on screen. What I do like, and one of the things you'll notice is, if you... Alright, let's go get our... Yeah, let's go there first, and then we'll go to the next nest. The nests are basically how you sort of... you get some of the big rewards that you can kind of base your whole run around, other than the guns. The guns themselves do actually function as... that's almost tempting. For the moment, I can definitely do that. It's not going to hurt anything. Alright, let's get this guy, and then we'll go get the... See, I wouldn't even be surprised if this, like... Yeah, see? How it moved? See, I think there's maybe a limited amount? Maybe I'm just not moving fast enough to get them all? It's possible. Hopefully we'll spawn... I think we'll spawn the next wave of bosses out of this one, so the boss won't exactly be surprising. Yeah, they'll look basically like that. Only bigger. Hive angler. I don't remember if he's actually a boss anymore, or if he's just a mini boss like this. I think he's still a boss. There used to be a fight, like one of the early fights you would have like one of those and one of one other type at the same time. Alright, so these are what I was saying. Like, yeah, you could definitely base your run around these types of upgrades, and they're the ones that kind of tell you what's going to happen. So in our case, let's go with crit chance. If we do build crit chance, we would build health regen. Although if we build... yeah, let's go with health regen. So that's always going to be working. So it's not necessarily as good as health regen is always good, but like lifesteal gets better as you go. Oh, and notice they have a new save thing. Now you have to actually press the button to go up level, which actually I think is both cool and I keep forgetting about at the same time. So, not a knock on it, more of a knock on my brain. Oh yeah, there we go. Omnibot. Alright, now we have more spaces for mechs that we don't have. Yay! Hey, he's gonna go up a level though. We do have actually a decent amount of Tsar, and we're starting to get a decent amount of interest. I'm just literally behind on everything? Okay. How many people don't have guns? All of you. Okay, you have a gun. You got a gun. You get a gun. We're still gonna be running around one man short, but again, that's actually the normal number you would have without the meta upgrades. This guy's also giving us a bunch of space, so we have way more space than we would have at this point. These runs, by the way, run about 20 minutes, and you can see your countdown timer. You just have to survive till the end. Alright. Let's see if we can get one, because it'd be nice. This guy does lifesteal, but since we picked health regen, we would be looking for something more along the lines of that. Alright. And hey, it ejected the gun this time. I've had it before eat a gun, because I didn't have room in these 4 slots, and that is maybe not super good. Alright, we have a ton of synergy now up here. So for our what was his name? Oh, here he is. Synthetic soldier guy, that's this guy. Yeah, he's giving him and his buddy are giving us 5 extra base damage, so that's a per bullet basis. We are now making 1 extra Tsar per round, and we're not going to get this one up to level 2, but we do have this one, so we're getting 1 piercing and 10% reload time reduction. So these kind of add up quick, because you can see, like, yeah, there's a lot on here. I've actually had up to, I think I had 11 on my longest one. We'll probably go for a little bit less than, you know, I don't know if we'll go for quite a full run, because a full run can take a good amount of time with all the decision making time. We'll probably cut this off here like 1 or 2 nests from now. So we should be okay there. I would love to get some guns that would match the types of guns that we have. Okay, guess we're not doing that yet though. Generally, you want to have all your guns, but I'm trying to save the money so that, because I want to get that Tsar upgrade that like basically lets me it lets me add my percentage of my Tsar balance as damage. And that's one of the ones that can really stack up hugely. That little symbol with that was over this guy's head that looked like a swirling, that's gravity. Alright, so what I'm going to do is eventually I'm going to go into this one, and that's going to give me interest, but that's because I want that second level one there, which is 10% of your Tsar balance as damage, and that gets pretty high. So I'll be going for that later, because I want to have a higher interest when I lose my 5 base Tsar, because at this point I would only be getting 2 Tsar per round plus whatever my interest is. So if I push this up a little bit higher, I can do that and it doesn't hurt as much. Now let's go beat up, we got this one. I want to show you at least one more boss, so let's go do that, because there's the bosses in this look cool. We don't have any of those things except that crowd control, so we will take it. All right, the boss design's cool. I like that they're bugs. You can see all our little mechs here. They all have their own individual designs. The weapons all have their own individual models that are swapped out. Graphically, it's the upgrade is been huge, and it just happened like a week or so ago. So there's plenty of time left. You know, time. They've got a lot of stuff to fix. Yeah, see, these are the other ones they used to fit. This is the original boss right here, and it's very cool. I like that everything's sort of in that space bug fight thing. The other planet has the same, but it also has a little bit of a different aspect of, I believe it was winter themed, which was quite nice. Hey, we can get a blaster rifle, and we got that guy who doesn't have a pistol now. So now we're going to be firing 1 extra bullet per round at 150%. So when we come out of this, we will probably, we'll just sell you. Alright, let's see here. Razor light. And we'll go with this guy. Okay, so we'll actually have all of our mechs out for once. We'll toss that golden revolver on you. Everybody has a gun. Wow, it turned around real fast. Alright, we do not need to spend any excess money, so we will go. And as you can see, because we just added a whole bunch. Yeah, awesome. There we go. So we don't do that. Oh yeah, we do. All right. So what we're gonna do is that one, and that's on our stun line that we've been doing. And the freeze stacks up. They'll start taking extra damage when they hit 10. It's just free bonus damage, and it works real fast, as you can see. Like, that's kind of the one thing I really like about this game, is you really get the power fantasy of, like, scaling out of control. And some games are a little hesitant to let you get too far out of control, but I kind of like being out of control on that. Well, let's go with the vulnerability. Alright, we will call this one here, because these are generally, I just want to show you something. At some point in the future, I'll start doing full runs of games, and you'll be able to see the whole thing. But for now, we're going to cut that off here, because this is a you should try. I really think you should try this game. It's a great game. It has, if you like mechs, if you like Mech Warrior, if you like Vampire Survivor, you're going to have a good time. The grid gives you an interesting thing in that eventually you'll be getting pressed in from all sides, and your size and the arrangement of your grid can make it easier or harder to get in between guys and just moving around as you're going. And I think that's a really interesting extra, besides having all of these crazy amounts of synergies. Like, we didn't even touch at least a good 5 to 10 synergies in here we didn't even look at. We've got four going, and there's at least 10 more that we haven't. You know, the guns are the same way. You've got these synthetics, like I said, space magic, beam sabers, that kind of stuff. You've got ones that do all kinds of crazy stuff. You got the unlockable ones from the meta upgrades. The amount of synergies keeps each run feeling very different from another one. So, as I said, I really think you should try this game. Thank you for watching. Hope you'll come back for the next one. And if you want to help the channel out, like, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and we will hopefully see you next time. Have a great day.